Sandbags, rainbags, camels with a hump. Fat girls, thin girls, some a little plump. Slave girls, sold here, 50 bob a lump. In the old Villa Star in Cairo. Brandy, shandy, beer without a froth. Braces, laces, a candle for a moth. Betty looked a smasher in the old loin cloth. In the old Villa Star in Cairo. You can buy most anything. Thimbles, fat cows, a little bit of string. You can purchase anything you wish. A clock, a dish, and something for your auntie Nelly. Hair 'em, scare 'em, what do you think of that? Belly strictly dancing on the mat. Umpa, that's enough of that. In the old bazaar in Cairo. In the old bazaar in Cairo.
Listen, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to have so much money, I shan't know what to do with it. Isn't it smashing?
Calm yourself, Timber. There's no need to get so excited. Sure you've had letters from the Reader's Digest before?
No, I'm not talking about them. I copied this down from the city notice board a few minutes ago. Look.
By order of His Highness, the Caliph of Cairo, a reward of 10,000 dinars shall be given to anyone who can lead the royal army to the hiding place of Al-Rashid and his villainous 40 thieves.
You'll see. All I've got to do is find out where they're hiding, and then I shall have money to burn.
My dear friend, if the Caliph Serene cannot find the hiding place, what chance do you have of doing so? Forget this reward, take my advice, and stick to what you do best, sewing garments.
It's all right for you lot. You've got family. I've got nobody. And who wants to marry a poor tailor?
I don't know about that, Timbad. What about Alibaba's housekeeper, old Cascara? You're just the kind of man she's looking for. You're breathing.
Give over. I don't want to marry her. She's walked up the aisle so many times, they're trying to get her to pay for a new carpet. No, the girl I want to marry is that most beautiful girl from Cairo, Marcina.
Marcina? The slave girl of that old miser, Cassim Barber? Why, even if you were the richest man in all of Cairo, you'd never get her to marry you. Everyone knows she's in love with Haroon, son of Ali Baba.
So what? He'll never be able to marry her, will he? You know as well as I do. He'll never be able to raise that son for her freedom. And old Cassim won't even let him visit the house.
'Tis true, never was a man born with such a lot of money as Cassim Barber.
That's why I've got to find out where the 40 beads are hiding. Then I'll be rich and famous. And old Cassim won't be able to sell her to me fast enough.
Well, we wish you luck, Timbad, but take care. Al-Rashid and his followers are the meanest, most cruelest men in all Arabia. If they should catch you, expect no mercy.
They don't scare me. I come from a family of real fighting men. My eldest brother was so strong once, he went up to Henry Cooper and he punched him right on the end of the nose.
Well, the beard of the prophet, I should like to meet this brother of yours. I would like to shake hands with him.
Don't be daft. I'm not going to dig him up just to shake hands with him. Hey, where's everybody going? Come back. Is it something I said? Oh, look. Tourists. Hello. Hello. Come along and speak to Timbad. Hello. Hello. Oh, that's a bit better, but not much. Are you shy? Yes. You are? Well, we'll soon fix that. We're going to have some fun here tonight. And the best way to do it is for everybody to get to know one another. So I want the person on the left to turn to the person on the right and say, "Good evening, how are you?" Come along, turn to the person on the right. You all understand English, don't you? Now the person on the left turns to the person on the right and say, "Good evening, how are you?" Good evening, how are you? Now I want the person on the right to turn to the person on the left and say, "Mind your own business, don't you?" Come on, then! Smashing! I thought that would do the trick. Shall we try once more? Hello! Hello! What's my name? Smashing. And now because we're mates, there's something I want to tell you.
Louis, Timbad!
Oh, hello, Pascal. You're not going to a fancy dress party, are you?
No, of course not, silly. I'm going at the sale of McKay's. All the way from England, it's called the Opportunity Dress.
Oh, the opportunity dress!
It's called that because there's plenty of room at the top.
Well, if you ask me, it's a bit on the tight side.
Oh yes, I know. In fact, it's tighter than my skin.
What do you mean? That's impossible to be tighter than your skin.
Oh no, it isn't. I can sit down on my skin, but I can't sit down in this. Oh, I was just on my way to your tailor shop. I was going to tell you about that terrible experience I had last night.
What terrible experience?
Well, I was just going upstairs to put on my nightie when I heard this unusual noise. And then I looked, and there it was, a strange man climbing up into my room.
Blimey, you must have been strange. What did you do?
Well, I picked up the phone and rang for the fire brigade.
What did you do that for? You should have called the police.
No, it had to be the fire brigade. My room's in the attic. I wanted to know if they could lend him a ladder. Oh, it's not easy being sexual, you know. You never get a minute to yourself. There's all of a sudden mad, impetuous fella chasing after you.
Who do you think's going to chase after you?
I've got the farmer for one. Only this morning he said I reminded him of a cornfield in early spring.
Oh yes, you do look like a scarecrow. I'm only joking, Castar. As a matter of fact, Every time I look at you, I wonder how you get a figure like that.
Must be because I swim a lot.
Oh, so you think swimming helps, do you?
I certainly do.
Have you seen a duck?
Oh, it's a good job I know you're only teasing. But I like a man with a sense of humour. I couldn't possibly marry you if you didn't have one.
Marry me?
I've seen the way you look at me when you think I'm not watching. You can't wait to propose to me, can you?
Can't wait to propose to you?
Ah, you see, he wants to marry me. Oh, I'm going to tell the girls down at the club.
What club?
The club I go to every Monday night at the True Lovers Knot. What's the matter? Don't you believe in clubs for women?
Well, only if kindness spells. As a matter of fact, Pascal, I can't marry you, and you're not my type. Business is so bad these days, even the shoplifters have stopped coming to my shop. And if I don't find out where the 40 thieves are hiding, I'm going to be bankrupted.
Oh dear, I say. Oh, I tell you what. I'll help you find the 40 thieves if you promise to propose to me when you get the reward.
And what happens if we don't find you? You don't expect me to propose to you then, do you?
Oh, of course not. I wouldn't dream of it. I'll propose to you. Now, come on. Let's stick together just in case we see the 40 thieves.
Oh, those big ones don't bother me. It's those little ones I can't stand.
Yes, I know what you mean.
They're always creeping up on folk.
We can be the creeps.
And if only we knew when those little thieves were sneaking around.
Ah, well, there's one or two people out here that might be able to help us.
You will help us, won't you?
You see anybody, you just shout thieves.
You promise?
Will you?
You promise? Oh, I just wondered whether you could speak to them.
Right, well, come on then.
Firewood for sale. Firewood for sale. Too late again. Truly Allah has turned his face away from Ali Baba. Not a single stick sold all day. Whatever will my son Harun say?
Mama, did you have any luck? Never mind. I'm sure you did your best. Another day without any food won't do us any harm.
Another day. Then my brother, your Uncle Kasim, refuses to help us?
I'm afraid so. He even threatened to call the police if we bother him again.
And he gave you nothing?
Oh yes. He gave me last year's calendar and told me to pick the dates of it. I wouldn't mind, but the crumbs from his table would feed half the city for a month.
Oh, now, Harun, now, boy. If it is the will of Allah that my brother lives in great riches while we're starving, then who are we to argue?
Yes, Father, you're absolutely right. But it just seems so unfair, doesn't it? I mean, you work so hard and get so little in return, whilst all he does is sit and count his jewels and possessions. Don't you wish you were wealthy too?
Yes, of course I do. All my waking hours are filled with dreams of it. Sometimes I even wish upon a star. And even though I know it will come to nothing, it does pass the time so pleasantly. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. Anything your heart desires will come to you.
What are you doing?
I came to bring you this. Quick, take it before someone sees.
Food? But where did it come from?
The kitchen of my master, Kasim, of course. It's only bruised fruit and stale bread, but I couldn't bear see it throwing away when I know how desperately you need something to eat.
No, may the blessings of Allah fall upon you, Marcina. But you must be careful, because if my brother...
I know, he'll have me punished, but let him. See if I care. No man should have food spare while his own brother starves.
We thank you, Marcina, and I promise one day we'll repay all your kindness to us.
If that is the will of Allah, then so be it. But I must be returning home now, before they notice I'm gone.
Wait, when will we meet again? We have to return the basket.
Tonight, outside the city walls, by the 7 palm.
I'll be there. Oh, Father, isn't she the most beautiful girl in all Arabia?
Ah, truly she is my son, and I can see that your heart is full of love for her. But you must abandon thoughts of marrying her, because Qasim, her master, would never allow her to marry a penniless boy like you.
I know. But I can't help feeling somehow that something wonderful is going to happen. There's a strange sort of atmosphere in the marketplace today. As if someone was watching us. Can't you feel it too?
Oh, all I feel is my stomach rumbling. Come, we have time for something to eat before we have to go out and collect more wood.
It's all around us. Something magical.
Come along, Harun.
Coming, Father.
Distant realms, when neither time nor tide the course of life dictates, come I, the ruler of them all, Morgana, mistress of the faith. Within these hands the fate of every mortal man doth rest, and from the day that he is born, 'tis I who puts him to the test. Each joy and sorrow, rise and fall, by me is thus ordained. And, lest I wish it, fame and fortune ne'er by anyone is gained. But now and then, I change my mind, amusements new to seek. Then wealthy lose their riches, and the strong become quite weak. The wise are extra foolish, the blessed ones are cursed, whilst beggars in the gutters find their fortunes have been quite reversed. And so today it is my whim some mischief to create. I'll change the course of destiny and change old Ali Baba's fate.
Hold fast! Before you touch those strands, I need to have your word that those I will shall not be harmed.
How utterly absurd! As well you know, dear Avarith, if fortune on one man should smile, another suffers. This has been so since the world began.
Then why not leave things as they are? No need to interfere. Let Ali Baba starve to death. No use is he to any here.
I see. And what about Rashid? What use is he, I ask? You might be frightened to think their fate. An interesting task.
I'm warning you, Morgana. I won't stand idly by. If you persist this foolishness, then Ali Baba has to die.
But one hair of that man's head, and you yourself will come to grief. Now go, whilst I the faith entwine of woodcutter and common thief.
So be it, proud Morgana. But don't ever say you were not warned. Your plan, I vow, I'll bring to naught before another day has dawned.
The task is done. Two single lives become as one. Now watch as paths of Robert Scourge and Ali Baba meet and merge.
What's the matter with you, Cassie?
Well, this morning I found a packet of corn plasters, and you know I hate to waste anything.
No, it's not making such a fuss. My feet are hurting too. And I still don't know why we had to run here behind the bus instead of riding inside it.
You really must understand, my darling Rum. If we had ridden in the bus, we would have had to pay the fare. By running behind the bus, we saved ourselves 25p each.
No fool, Cassie. Why didn't we run behind a taxi? That way we'd have saved 20 times.
I didn't think of that. Now I should be in a bad mood all day.
No, you won't, dear. No, you won't. You'll feel much better when you've done what we came to do.
Yes, I shall certainly enjoy telling my brother what for. How dare he send his children round to us, begging for food? Does he think we're made of money?
I'm sure he does, dearest heart. And as well as that, you must insist that he gives Haroon a good whipping too. With my own eyes, I saw him outside the house doing an impersonation of you.
And did you speak to him?
I certainly did. I told him to stop acting the fool.
Backsheesh, arms for the love of valor.
No, beggars! Go away, you horrible, smelly creatures!
Oh, don't send us away, mister. We're starving. We haven't eaten for days.
You beggars, if you want food, you should buy it.
How can we? We ain't got no money.
Ain't got no money. You mean you haven't any money?
That's what he said. We ain't got no money.
No. You haven't any money. We haven't any money. They haven't any money.
Blimey, ain't nobody got none.
You should be ashamed of yourself begging. No one offered you a job.
Well, one fella did, but the others were far more reasonable.
Now, out of our way, you miserable creatures. You won't get any money from us. I can promise you that.
Not a penny.
Wait. If you won't give us any money for food, how about giving us 50 pence for a nice, comfortable bed?
50 pence. That doesn't sound too much. I tell you what, bring it round to my house this evening, and if I like it, I'll give you 50 pence for it.
Stingy old devil. Oh, I'm so hungry, I can eat a Tesco sandwich.
Me too. I wish we were back in Baghdad. I know a restaurant where we can eat dirt cheap.
Oh, don't fancy that. You wanted to eat dirt.
Oh, come on, think. We've got to get some money somehow.
I've got an idea. Why don't we open up a store in the marketplace and sell bottles of truth?
Idiot, there's no such stuff.
Yes, there is. I've just invented it. One sip of this, and you have to tell the truth.
Here, let me try that. Oh, that's paraffin.
And that's the truth.
Looking for work, eh? Perhaps I can help you. You. Names are not important. Let's just say I'm the leader of the most famous gang of robbers in history.
Get away, you look nothing like Tony Blair.
Rashid, and I'm the leader of the 40 Thieves.
There's only 40, but you must mean the Social Democrats.
Come over here. Earlier this morning, 2 of my best men were killed by the Caliph's soldiers, and I need to find replacements for them quickly. You two could be just the ones I'm looking for. Tell me, are you tough and ruthless?
Of course, I'm rough, and he's toothless.
Have you ever demanded money with menaces?
Not tough. We used to work for the Inland Revenue.
Very well. You'll do. Welcome to the Fellowship of the 40 Thieves.
You really want us to join your gang? I'm not so sure about that. We're going to have to think about that, aren't we, Jig?
Yeah. How much would you be paying us, for instance? instance.
No, don't worry about that. I'll pay you what you're worth.
You gotta be joking, we couldn't work for that.
In that case, I'm afraid I'm going to have to make sure that you never speak of this conversation with anyone else.
Of course, if you offered us 10 pence a week and a bag of donuts, we could change our minds.
All right. Agreed. Now follow me to the hiding place of the 40 Thieves.
I say, girls, here we are at the Oasis of the Seven Palms, Cairo's answer to Badbury Rings. I have been here since me and my last husband were courting. What a gentleman he was. He used to sit with his eyes tightly shut on the bus. Couldn't bear to see a woman standing. And talk about brave. I remember him coming home one night and telling me that he'd seen a big bully hitting a poor defenceless woman. And everybody else was watching. So he wasn't having any of that. He went straight up to her and said, "Look here, why don't you try hitting a man for a change?" But he never could remember what happened after that. But it just goes to show what sort of fellow he was. I wonder where Timman's got to. I'm supposed to be meeting him here to discuss where we're going to search tomorrow. And you never know, there might be a bit of a chance of a kissing the girl if we're playing the cards right.
Hello, kids! Oh, hello, Cascara. That's an unusual dress you're wearing.
Oh, do you like it?
Oh, now, it makes you look like a chiffonier.
Oh, I say, he thinks I look like a ship. Just a minute. What do you mean I look like a chiffonier? A chiffonier is a big thing with drawers.
Well,
To think I was stood standing here watching to waste my feminine wiles on a cut-price tailor, when I could have been passionately pressed to a Persian potentate. Well, if that's the way you want to be, you can go and look for the 40 Thieves yourself. I'm off to Paris to marry one of them French masseurs.
no, you mean Bonjours. A master is one of they fellers that lays you up on the bed and rubs and pats you all over.
As I was saying.
Oh, come on, Cascara. You wouldn't really marry somebody else, would you? Not really.
You just wait and see.
Only this morning, you said you wanted to marry me.
You? The next fella I'm going to marry is going to be a hero, afraid of nothing and nobody.
Give over, you're not that bad. But anyway, I should be a hero around here when I find the 40 Thieves, won't I? And everybody will have to look up to me.
Look, the only way anybody's going to look up to you is if you have high heels with all those sandals.
No, I could be the new Sherlock Holmes, couldn't I? And help the police catch the burglars and things.
You? I don't think so.
Oh, no, there isn't? No, there isn't!
You've got to do better than this.
Anyway, I don't know what the world country's coming to these days. There's income tax fiddling all over the place. There's crooks selling real life stories to the newspapers and films. Bribery all over the place. And there's swindlers making a fortune out of people like me and you. And I don't know how they get away with it.
I do. They get themselves elected.
I should be returning home too. Father hadn't returned from his wood gathering when I left, and I'm starting to get a little bit worried about him. The city gates will shortly be closing for the night.
Have you stayed out this week before?
Well, once or twice when he had to go to the mountains.
Then perhaps that's where he went today.
It's possible, I suppose. But I hope you had better luck than I had. Only 2 bundles of sticks sold all day.
Poor Maroon. But don't worry, I'll bring you more food tomorrow.
Thank you, Arsina. Your kindness will be rewarded in paradise. But be careful. If Uncle Kazim were to discover that you were helping us like this, and that we were meeting, he'd be furious.
Until tomorrow then?
If only I had the money to buy your freedom. Then you'd never have to set foot in his miserable house again.
Perhaps one day, Lorraine. But until then, I must serve him faithfully or be sold in the slave market.
Perhaps we could run away together. Go to Baghdad.
Your uncle is a wealthy man. He'd have someone sent after us. And if we were caught, we'd surely be put to death.
You're right, of course. And even if we did escape his clutches, he'd make sure my father suffered for it. Oh, Marcina, what are we going to do? Will we never be able to?
Truly Allah has turned his face against me. Wait. Perhaps some merchants have found my donkey. Hey! These are not merchants. They are dressed in black. They carry huge swords. They are bandits, thieves. I must hide.
We're not mice. We eat mice. swing our color and bomb and kill. We never get caught and careless girl, 'cause our secret hideout is under the hill. And we're not nice, we're very bad. Ask your dad. We're very mad, and when we're mad, we'll pickle your ears and toast your nose, and cut off your fingers and break your toes. We'll take your gizzard to feed to the crows, but we're very bad.
Once more we return to our hideaway laden with treasure. Have the guards been posted, Ahmed?
As usual. 20 on the hilltop, the rest hidden among the rocks.
And the 2 new men?
Over there, guarded and blindfolded as you ordered.
Good. Until we are sure of them, it would not be wise to reveal our most precious secret, the secret hideaway of the 40 thieves. Have them brought before me at once.
And if they are not what they appear to be,
Then, my dear Ahmed, we slit their throats and lose their bodies in the desert.
It's not so fast. I can't see where I'm going.
Slow down a bit, can't you?
Remove the blindfolds. Welcome, my friends. Welcome to the secret hiding place of the 40 thieves.
Is this it then? Doesn't look very secret to me.
Me neither.
Ah, there is more to this place than meets the eye. Soon you will discover. But first, tell us your names.
Well, I'm doing pokery, and he's Hanky Panky.
I see. And how long have you been following our honourable profession?
We've been bobbers for years, haven't we, Hanky? In fact, we did our first bank job when we left Blandford Upper School.
Really? How much did you get?
7 slices of bacon.
Bacon?
Yeah, it was a piggy bank.
Have you ever stuck up a stagecoach?
No, but we've held up an umbrella.
Oh, my friends, I see you have a sense of humour. But it's good. I like a little laugh myself. In fact, I think I'll have one right now. Strip the flesh from these idiots and stake them out in the sun to die!
who wants to be first?
Wait, you can't have us killed yet.
And why not now?
Well, we've still got some lines to do in Act 2.
What do I care about this Act 2? I am Al-Rashid, most powerful man in Arabia. I can do what I like. I have but to breathe out the order and my enemies fall like flies in the dust.
Well, there's no need to get embarrassed about it. Everybody has bad breath at times.
If you kill us now, you'll never find out about the money.
Money? What money?
Yes, what money? We haven't a penny.
No, but we know a man who has. Remember that fellow in the marketplace this morning? The one with the fancy clothes and the snooty wife?
Yes, they had more diamonds between than 2 packs of playing cards.
Diamonds, you say? Tell me more.
Well, we don't know who they were, but we'd recognise them if we saw them again, wouldn't we, Dick?
Not half, but tell your gang to put their pencil sharpeners away, we'll lead you straight to them.
All right. Your lives will be saved if what you say is true. We will return to the city at once. But first, we must hide our latest prizes. What you are about to see must be revealed to no man. For within our cave lies the greatest treasure trove on earth. Gold, silver, diamonds, emeralds, rubies and pearls from the crown of Neptune himself. Open sesame!
Oh, you horrible lot doing! Never mind. Rashid wants everyone in the cave immediately. So get a move on before I chop you all into little pieces.
Oh, was ever a man so unfortunate as I? First lost in a sandstorm, and then I lose my donkey. And now I'm afraid to move because I'm surrounded by thieves. They'll kill me if they know that I've discovered their secret hiding place. Oh, they're coming out again.
Close sesame! And now, for a fortune in diamonds, to Cairo!
To Cairo!
We're not nice. We're not
Allah be praised, they've gone. I must make my escape while I still have chance. But wait! Has not the Caliph offered a reward of 10,000 dinars for the capture of the 40 thieves if he finds out where they live? With that money I could live comfortably for the rest of my life. Yes. But who is to say that the Caliph would pay up? For it is well known that his love of money is greater than Cassim's. I would get nothing for my pains. Oh dear. But I have another idea. Inside this cave are more riches than I've dreamed of yet. With such wealth, I could live happily for the rest of my life. My household would become a paradise on earth, and all the people who lived in it would be happy. And Haroun could marry his Simon. Yes, a small sack from there, and I would be all right. Now, what were the magic words?
I've got suffering.
They're faster than the last lot.
Open sesame!
Rumble, 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 rumble. That was unexpected.
But though it seems his luck has changed, this tale he'll never live to tell. For with my help, the 40 thieves will soon find out their loss. And Al-Rashid, I guarantee, will be extremely cross.
You're not very nice.
I'll see you later. He'll not stand by whilst unknown thief his fortune vast decreases. He'll track old Ali Baba down and chop him into little pieces.
Inside this sack, there's enough money and jewels to keep me and my family happy for the rest of my life. My home will become a paradise on earth, and the people in it will be happy people. Oh, and Haroun shall marry his Simon. Oh, if only I had Zenobia, I could take 10 times as much. Oh, but no. No, I must not be greedy. This is enough. Now, I must go back to Cairo.
Don't forget to shut the door.
I haven't forgotten. Close sesame! You will never see the likes of Ali Baba here again.
Hello, kids! Hello, kids! I'm cheesed off. I'll tell you in a minute. What's going wrong these days? I can't get any customers in my shop. I can't even get a good night's sleep. I got a Scotsman that lives in the room above me, and he clomps up and down all night long with his elbow boots, playing his bagpipes. I got so fed up a few nights ago, I went upstairs to him and I said if he wasn't any quieter, I was going to call the police. In the back of my head. Still can't see anybody. Well, anyway, he was ever so apologetic. He promised he'd be quieter in the future, and now he plays his bagpipes in his stocking feet.
Whatever can have happened to him, Cascara? He's been out all night.
Oh, I wouldn't worry, love. He'll turn up all right. I had the same trouble with my third husband. Night after night, I used to wonder where he was and what he was doing. And then one night, I stayed at home for a change. And there he was.
Be serious, Cascara. Something terrible could have happened to him.
Not it.
Oh, Father!
Come home quickly, I have the most wonderful news.
News? But where have you been? We were so worried about it.
Oh, well, our worries are over. No longer shall I be Ali Baba, the woodcutter, but Ali Baba, the richest merchant.
Blimey, he's been drinking.
Scara, I didn't see you there. To the market and buy the biggest, fattest, juiciest roasting lamb. And buy also some fruit and some vegetables and some honey and some bread and some wine and some nuts. And don't forget the TV times.
Just a minute. Before the men in the white coats come and take you away, how are you going to pay for all this? American Express? Blimey, he's robbed the Royal Bank of Scotland. The heads on them are blinking in the light.
How much of it is there?
I don't know, but you must hurry to Kasim's house and borrow his kitchen scales. Then we can weigh it and get it hidden before people come a bit.
Well, very well, Father, if you say so. But where did it come from?
Well, I'll tell you later, but don't worry about that. I did not steal it from its owner. Now go. Shoot. And you, Cascara, to the marketplace, as I said. Ho, I can't wait to see the look on Kasim's face when he finds out my good fortune.
You're not going to tell that nasty piece of work you've come into money, are you?
Tell him? No, I'm going to show him. Tonight, I'm going to have a great feast, and I shall invite Kasim and Ron, and then we'll see who's the poor relation. Now, off you go.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Of course I know what I'm doing, and you do well to remember who gives the orders around here from now on. Now get you down to the market and be home in half an hour. Oh, I want to know why. Is that understood? And you lot shut up. Is that understood?
Oh, well, I don't know what's gone into him. I hope having all this money hasn't gone to his head. He used to be a nice old man. Oh well, we'll just have to see.
Hurry, Kasim, hurry!
I am doing.
Arms for the Lord! Arms for the Lord! Rest for Miss Darling!
Be off with you, miserable peasants! How dare you speak to the morning air.
Perfume from the house of Ali Baba, that's a lie.
Oh, no, my friend. The perfume of which I speak does not come from tiny perfume bottles or from beautiful flowers. It is the most glorious aroma of cold, hard, clinking cash.
Money? Money?
Money, 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 must be funny in a rich man's world. Money, 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 always sunny in a rich man's world. All the things I could do if I had little money in a rich man's world.
What's all this racket? Oh, I see. Rum. What a pleasant surprise.
Indeed. We want to have words with you, Ali Baba.
Well, let's step inside then.
No. Any talking we do is outside here, not in your rat-infested hovel.
Well, let me get rid of these people then. Shoot! Go! Please, let's have some privacy. And you.
And now, we should like an explanation of this disgraceful behavior. Is it not bad enough that my husband should have a woodcutter for a brother, but now he has a thief as well?
Yes, from whom did you steal that gold?
Steal? I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, don't play the innocent with us. The minute Harun came to borrow our kitchen scales, we knew there was something fishy going on. Since when did you have anything to weigh? Unknown to him, I smeared the underneath of the scales with grease. And when he returned them, we found grains of gold dust sticking underneath. Now, Ali Baba, tell us where you got the gold. Otherwise, we're going straight to the Caliph to accuse you of theft.
Oh, wrong, dear sister-in-law, don't do that. Come inside and have a glass of sherbet, and I'll tell you the whole story. Come.
Well, if we must, but it better be good.
Oh, it is. It's an amazing story. I was out in the desert collecting wood, and this terrible sandstorm blew up.
I say, girls, doesn't having a bit of money make a difference? You do all sorts of things you couldn't do before. Do you know, all my life I wanted to play a musical instrument. So the minute I found out how much money Ali Baba has got, I went up to him and said, "Can we have a piano?" He said, "You can have anything you want." So off I went down the street to the little piano place to find out how much they are. Well, aren't they a price? Over £2,000. I said to the man behind the counter, "They're a bit pricey, aren't they?" He said, "Well, I suppose so, but you know, you've got to realise it takes 500 elephants over a year to make ivory piano keys." You know, I didn't realise they could train animals to do things like that.
Hello, kids! Oh, hello, Cascar. I've been looking all over the place for you.
Well, I haven't been there. I've been down at Tesco's buying the food for the party.
What party?
The party that Ali Baba's throwing tonight. He's invited the entire neighbourhood to the biggest knees up in Arabian history.
How's he going to pay for it?
Oh, I shouldn't worry about that. He came into a fortune this morning. Now he's got more money than he knows what to do with.
Does that mean you'll be getting all the wages he owes you? And you're going to be rich?
Oh, not half. And the first thing I'm going to do is buy myself a new mattress for my bed.
What, a spring one?
No, silly one I can use all year round. No, there's going to be some changes around here. Abdul, the farmer's already invited me out to dinner. I think he wants to propose.
Oh, you wouldn't accept him, would you, I mean? You only known him for a few days.
It's not as if we're absolute strangers. I mean, one of my girlfriends said she was engaged to him for years.
Oh, you wouldn't really marry him, would you, when you know how I feel about you?
You? I didn't know you cared.
Oh, I do. I would die for you.
saying it, but you never do it, do you?
Oh, come on, Castor. Please, give me another chance.
Well, all right. But on one condition, you've got to tell me what you would have done if I'd have said no.
I don't know. I don't suppose I'd have ever got married.
Oh, don't be silly. There's plenty of other girls in Cairo.
But if you won't have me, who would?
As soon as I've got your freedom from Uncle Cassim, we'll be married without delay.
Oh, Haroon, you know there's nothing I like better. But you must listen to me.
I will, of course. But first I have to invite everyone to the party tonight.
But that's what I want to talk to you about. I think you're making a big mistake.
In what way?
If our Rashid discovers part of his treasures have been stolen, he's sure to try and find out who was responsible.
Oh, I don't think that's likely. One small sack out of a huge hayful. He'll never even notice. And besides, even if he did, where would he start looking? There are thousands of people in Cairo.
Yes, but how many men, poor one day and rich the next? If your father throws a huge party and tells everyone about his good fortune, then all Rashid has to do is ask, and someone's bound to lead him here.
Of course, we hadn't thought of that. Come on, we better tell father at once.
I'm worn out. You must have walking down every street in Cairo, looking for that miserable old fellow with all that money, and we haven't seen her nor heard of him.
I know, and I don't think we're going to find him round here either. Look at it. It's scruffier than Blandford Market Square on a Friday night.
So what are we going to do then? We daren't go back and tell how the sheik had no luck. He'd be so mad, we'd have our heads chopped off.
How about making a run for it? We could slip out of the city by a side gate and go back to Baghdad.
How can we get fathead? We haven't any money.
Well, you found him yet?
Not yet, boss. But we're hotly started, aren't we, Dick?
Oh yes, give us a few more minutes and we'll lead you straight to him.
Good, because if you don't,
Boss,
it's him. Quickly, hide and we'll follow them. Just think, Cassie, all that money and unable to spend it in case the 40 thieves find out. That'll teach them to give themselves airs. All the same, I don't like the idea of them having more money than us.
Oh, don't worry about that, my dearest Brum. It will only be for a short time. That stupid brother of mine has told me everything. Where the magic cave is located with the gold and how to get in. So what I must do now is saddle up 6 of my strongest horses, or coursers if you like, and go there now. And then when I return this evening, even the Caliph himself will not be as rich as I. And then, when I have safely stored the gold, I will go to the guards and tell them where the 40 thieves are hidden and take that reward as well. Now, let's go and saddle these horses.
Strange. Why should such wealthy-looking people be in a place like this? I've only been close enough to hear what they were saying. But no matter. Follow them at once whilst I find the rest of the men and lose them at the cost of your lives.
Was ever a man so unfortunate as I? A sack full of gold and jewels in my house, and I'm still as poor as ever I was.
Not if you're very careful. Spend only one piece of gold in different parts of the city at different times, and you'll raise no one's suspicion.
But what about us, Marcina? Without the money, I'll never be able to buy your freedom. We'll be separated for the rest of our lives.
Oh, cheer up, everybody. I mean, we're no worse off than we were yesterday, and at least we've got some food to eat.
Castor is right. If we tell the Caliph's soldiers where the 40 thieves are hanging out, you're bound to get a reward or something, aren't you?
Of course. And then, once we've got some money, no one will be surprised when we start spending it.
And without Rashid in jail, you'll be perfectly safe.
Yes. Then I'll go straight to the Caliph's first thing in the morning.
And in the meantime, we can have a private little party of our own.
Yes.
And you lot can join in as well, especially with the cheap seats at the back. Words are in your programme.
You're right arm in, you're right arm out. In out, shake it all about. You do the hokey-dokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about.
Right, well I'm off at the pub.
I can't do any more of that. I'm worn out.
Wait a minute, what's Teletubbies? I've got Teletubbies. Teletubbies, yeah. Right, kids. They've gone off and left me, so they've got to finish off the party. So what I need 2 little boys and 2 little girls. Don't all fight. 2 little boys, 2 little girls. Come on, then. Come on. No, come on, then. Come on. If you haven't got any little girls ready to watch daddies, then maybe go to granddads, then we go to great granddads. If you ain't got any, what we're going to do, we're all going. So come on, quick. 2 little boys, 2 little girls. What about you two? What do you do there? Stand there. Come on. You get a bag of sweets. There's a bag of sweets. Come on, darling. That's it. One more little girl. Come on, please. Help Tim Barrett. Just go. Right. Is there any more little girls in the house? No? Well, I have to have another little boy. Is there another little boy? Come on then, young man. So we've got to finish off the party, right? So the next thing we've got to do, we've got to put our left leg in, right? After the left leg, we put our whole bodies in, alright? Then I'll see what I can do for you at the end. Maestro.
The left leg out, in, out, shake it all about. You do the hokey-dokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about. Oh, hokey-dokey. Oh, hokey-dokey. Oh, hokey-dokey. Please stand on, stretch, roll, whole self in, the whole self out. In, out, shake it all about. You do the hokey-dokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about.
See what Tim Bag can find.
Maroon, is my face clean? Is my detail on straight?
Now, do stop worrying.
Well, I know, but I've never been to the Tarrant Palace before. It's all right for you. I mean, I want to make a good impression, don't I? I mean, what if you won't see me?
Of course he'll see you. Once he knows you've brought him the information that he wants, he'll greet you with open arms. Now off you go.
Oh, very well. But you must go and see Cassim and give him the money that we had to pay him for his silence.
I'm surprised he didn't want it all, the miserable miser. But there's no need for me to take it. Here comes Aunt Rum. She's probably on her way to collect it now. Oh, dearest brother-in-law, Abby. Got to help me. Shh. I'll get rid of the crowd. Here, quickly. A great merchant waits at the city gates, and he'll buy everything you have to sell. Cassie, your brother, he's vanished! Yesterday afternoon, after we left your miserable hovel, he saddled 6 of his finest horses and set off for the magic cave to help himself to whatever treasure was left. Why, the crafty old twister.
And you haven't seen him since?
No, not a glimpse. I waited up all night. Oh, my poor Cassie. Whatever has become of him?
Look, I must go to the cave immediately. Maybe the robbers have caught him and he might be lying there, fat, gagged and bound even now.
Well, it serves him right if he has. It's his own fault for being so greedy. And besides, why should you help him? He's never done anything for you but make your life a misery.
Yes, I know, but he is my brother, and he might not have gone looking for the cave if it hadn't been for me. No, I must go and help him. Can I borrow one of Cassie's horses?
Oh, yes, borrow any you like. Just bring my Cassie back to me.
Haru, look after Rob until I get back. I'll be as quick as I can.
Come along, Aunt Rum. I'll take you home. Come on.
Where's everybody gone? All I want to do is buy a bag of Turkish delight and cheer myself up. I'm feeling miserable this morning, you see. I was at my till counting out my money when I accidentally swallowed a pound coin. So I thought I'd better go to the doctor's to see if he could get it back for me. Well, he looked right down my throat. He said he couldn't see anything. He said the best place for you to go is the income tax office. I said, what do I want to go? What do I want to go to the income tax office for? He said, well, that lot get money out of everybody. You look terrible.
Oh, she does,
For a start. No, I've just been on one of those railway trains and it really upset me.
What are you doing on a train?
Well, I had to go to Baghdad to see my sister. You see, she'd written to me telling me that she'd had a little baby. So I had to go, didn't I?
All that way to see a baby?
Well, she forgot to tell me whether it was a boy or a girl, so I didn't know whether it was I'm an auntie or an uncle.
There's a rumour going around the bazaar that old Cassie never came home last night.
Oh, I wouldn't pay any attention to that. You know what they're like in the bazaar? Always spreading rumours about somebody. I mean, only the other week they were saying that Casper the coffee seller had gone mad and thought he was a parking meter.
Well, isn't it true then?
No, of course not. And he'd have told them himself if he hadn't got a mouthful of coins. Anyway, you've not forgotten you're taking me out tonight, have you?
Taking you out? What for?
To celebrate our engagement. I'm looking forward to it. Candlelit dinner too. few sips of wine and... Tonight, for sure.
Give me the moonlight, give me the girl,
I leave the rest to
by a babbling brook where no one can see. Give me a bench for two where we can fill it through, and mine is gonna be. And if anyone's in doubt and they'd like to try me out, give me the moonlight, give me the girl, and leave the rest to me.
Plague on that foul avaricious! How dare she interfere with things that don't concern her? Well, that slip will cost her dear. 'Twas through her intervention fly that Cassim and his wife discovered Ali's secret and in peril placed that poor man's life. However, thanks to me, that dreadful danger now is past. I snapped the thread of destiny, and Cassim Baba breathed his last.
What's that you say? Cassim is dead?
Quite so. The game is won. In peace shall Ali Baba live, as will Haroun his son.
Oh no, my dear Morgana. You claim victory far too soon. The 40 thieves will claim their lives before the next full moon. Ha ha! For this I vow, although he's dead, Cassim will lead the way to Ali Baba's dwelling place. Ah, and now, my friends, good day!
Whatever can the creature mean? She makes no sense at all. And yes, I'd best be on my guard, lest unexpected things befall. Come, sands of time, fly quickly by. Let night star cloak descend. The tale of Ali and his son to bring to happy, peaceful end.
It's been hours since he was silent. Perhaps I should borrow a horse and go to look for him.
I don't know. The light's almost gone. And by the time you reach the mountains, it will be too dark to see anything without a torch anyway.
Then I'll take one with me.
But if the 40 thieves should see us flames, you'll be in terrible danger. Everyone knows how evil they are. You won't stand a chance against all of them.
I know, but I have to find out what's happened to my father and Uncle Cassim.
Just wait a while longer, until the moon rises. And if they still haven't returned...
All right, I suppose a few more minutes won't matter. Oh, Marcina, in spite of everything that's happened today, these have been the most wonderful hours of my life. For the very first time, we've been able to spend more than a few fleeting moments together. Even if they never happen again, I'll remember them to the day I die.
But I fear once Cassie returns, it will be even harder for us to meet. But his newfound wealth will never allow you to buy my freedom.
Don't worry, Marcina. I'll find a way somehow. Even if he's surrounded with 1,000 guards, he'll never keep us apart for long.
If only that were possible.
and nailed to the wall of the magic cave. Oh, it was horrible, horrible. Ah, I arrived at the cave just in time to see the bandits riding off into the desert. So speaking the magic words, I went in, and there he was. Poor Cassim. Oh.
What monsters they must be!
Oh, monsters indeed, monsters indeed. And so, I suddenly realized that if they returned and found me there, I myself was in danger. So I emptied one of the treasure sacks onto the floor, and I put the pieces of Cassim's body in it. And I came back here across the desert.
How should we tell Aunt Rum?
Oh, don't worry. I'll do that. I mean, there must be a funeral as well. Oh.
But wait, you may still be in danger. When the 40 thieves arrive back at the cave, they'll know at once someone has been there. They could be searching for you even now.
Don't worry, Marcina. They'll never discover who removed the body. It's absolutely impossible.
No, it isn't. If they hear Cassie and Barbara, the wealthiest merchant in all Cairo, has been buried in pieces, they'll quickly lead them to the house of his brother.
Oh! They're not the chopped in little things in.
I have an idea. Come with me. Come with me.
Yet another has discovered our secret hiding place. But I swear by the beard of the prophet you will never live to visit us again. His tracks led us to this miserable city where he hopes to escape our vengeance. But no matter where he hides, we shall seek him out and make him pay. Go! Search the streets! And do not turn back him! Before the sun rises in the morning, that miserable son of a camel shall feel the full wrath of Al-Rashid and its faithful 40 thieves!
Mrs. Hang on! How much further do we have to go?
Only a short distance, I promise you.
Well, I hope so. I'm getting cold. And at least you could have let me got dressed. I don't know where that draft's coming from, but I certainly know where it's going.
Look, as I told you, the task you have to do is very urgent. Every second counts.
Yes, but if you let me take this blindfold off, I could see where I was going, and we get there a lot much quicker.
That's out of the question. Not even you must know where I'm taking you. But once the job is done, you can go and return home.
Well, whose body is it you want me to sew together?
Then that's up. All you have to do is sew each piece together as I hand them to you. Take your money and go home.
Yes, but I've got to wear my blindfold all the time.
Exactly. Unless the task is too difficult for you.
What do you mean, too difficult? I am the best tailor in Cairo, I'll let you know. And if I can't sew the body pieces back together, nobody can. And I've had half the folk around here tonight in stitches. Anyway, don't I know you? I'm sure I've heard that voice before. Can I have a little peek?
No, certainly not. Touch that blindfold and I'll plunge this dagger into your heart. Come on!
Hang on, missus, there's no need to pull the hand off. You did say 20 pieces of gold, didn't you? I didn't get that wrong, did I?
Oh, I'm fed of this, wandering down back streets in the middle of the night, instead of being tucked up in a nice, warm fireplace.
Me too. If it wasn't for nice warm fireplace, what do you mean? You don't go to bed in a fireplace?
Yes, I do. I've always slept like a log.
Listen. I don't know about you, but I think we've made a big mistake joining this gang. I didn't realise we were going to go around killing people. I thought we'd be doing something far more reasonable, like robbing the general public.
Yeah, sort of like the government does.
Yeah. So what do you think we should do?
Well, I think one of us should go and tell that our Rashid fella we've resigned from his rotten old gang.
So do I. I'll wait here while you go and do it.
Right.
Okay.
Me? Oh, I thought it was your idea, wasn't it? You're not scared of him, are you?
Me? Scared? You must be joking. When I was in the Foreign Legion, the captain lined us up and asked one of us to step forward and volunteer for a top-secret, highly dangerous mission. And I was the one who got the job.
You? Carthy, you step forward for something dangerous?
No, everybody else stepped back.
Why don't you grow up, stupid?
I have done. I'm not that stupid. You don't think that our Rashid's going to let us pack this job in and walk away, do you? By the time he's finished with us, we won't be able to call.
You're right. So what are we going to do? We either stay here and do everything he tells us, or do everything he tells us, or we make a run for it and go and live an honest life some other place. Right?
Right.
So let's spend a couple of minutes reviewing the situation. I am reviewing the situation. If you want to eat, you've got to earn a bob.
It's such a humiliation for a robber to perform an honest job.
So a job I'm getting possibly, I wonder who my boss will be.
I wonder if he'll take to me what bonuses he'll make to me.
I'll start at 8 and finish late at normal rate and all.
But wait.
I think we'd better think it out again. I am reviewing the situation. I'm a button and a button I will stay.
You'll be seeing no transformation, but it's wrong to be a rogue in every way.
I don't want nobody hurt for me or made to do the dirt for me.
This rotten life is not for me, it's getting far too hot for me.
I think we better think it out again. Hey!
Confound those stupid 40 thieves. I vow they must be blind. All night they search for him they seek, and still they do not find. A helping hand I'll have to give to end this tiresome quest. Despite Marcina, this night shall see Ali Baba laid to rest.
Now, you know, you remember what you've got to do, Rum dear. You've got to tell everybody that Cassim's still in bed with blood poisoning. And if anybody asks how he got it, you can say he bit his tongue.
Tomorrow?
Well, then tomorrow you can tell him he died in the night. That way nobody will know that he was killed by the 40 thieves and we'll all be safe.
Thank goodness no one will get to hear of this. Think of the disgrace if anybody found out. How dare he get chopped into little pieces by common criminals?
Yes, well, that's him all over, isn't it? I mean, well, it's not now because he's sewn back together again as good as new. But now, you must remember, you mustn't breathe a word to anyone. Mum's the word.
And did you go around boasting about this, do you? Stupid old woman.
I beg your pardon. You wouldn't mind doing me a little favour, would you, dear?
What kind of favour?
Stand in front of a steamroller so I can use you as a bookmark.
I'm sorry, Carl. I don't know how could have managed without your help. Let's be friends, shall we?
Well...
Oh, do say yes. After all, we've known each other ever since we were the same age.
Well, all right then, but no more name calling. From now on, we're going to be bosom buddies. When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now, will you still be thinking what you're thinking now?
Very likely Blasio come.
I'm losing my teeth, joints all stiff and sore. When you still need me, when you still think me,
guess what? Some woman gave me 20 pieces of gold for doing an emergency sewing job. I had to wear a blindfold all the time over my eyes. And I couldn't see, but never mind. Now she gave me 20 pieces of gold, but I don't know what to do with it. When I was a young lad, my father used to make me save all my pocket money in this tin under the stairs. I was 17 before I realised it was the gas meter. I can't believe I haven't finished yet. 20 pieces of gold for sewing body pieces together? I can't believe it. I can't wait till all the other merchants see this. Oh look, it's Tony Blair.
I couldn't help overhearing what you were saying just now. Something about sewing a dead body together, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. It's a secret, you see. I'm not supposed to tell anybody.
Oh, of course not. I won't breathe a word. Whose body was it, may I ask?
I don't know. I wore a blindfold all the time so I couldn't recognise the body.
Curses. But why did you have to sew them together again?
Well, I think he had a nervous breakdown and went to pieces. Is there any sewing you would like done? I am the best tailor in Cairo, you know.
Well, I may have. But before I ordered anything from you, I'd like a recommendation from a satisfied customer. Perhaps the person that paid you the 20 pieces of gold would oblige.
Yeah. The only thing, though, I don't know where she lives, because I had to wear a blindfold all the time.
But surely an intelligent person like you could find your way there again, provided you were blindfolded, and for 100 pieces of gold.
100? Where's your handkerchief?
Let this idiot guide you to where the body lies hidden, and then make a chalk mark on the door so that we can recognise it again. I'll gather the rest of the men and meet you here shortly.
Guess what?
When you've quite finished, Taylor, go with my friend, show him the house and the 100 pieces of gold like yours. And now, to prepare ourselves for a meeting with the plunderer of the magic cave. Soon all Arabia shall know how swift is the vengeance of Al-Rashid.
Because of Al-Rashid. Because of avarice. See, my plan will go right. But fear you not, she won't succeed. And here's the reason why. The thread of fate containing Al-Rashid and Ali's life shall now embrace another who will end this tale of strife. Marthana, humble slave, to you the task I now bequeath of ridding us of 40 thieves and Al-Rashid, their chief.
Well, our troubles are over now, Haroun. After Qasim is buried, I'll be the most respected man in Cairo.
Well, I don't understand.
Well, it's as plain as the nose on your face. As Qasim's brother, all his wealth and possessions and property come to me, because that is the law in Arabia. And with the treasure I took from the Thieves' Cave, why, I'll have more money than the Caliph himself.
But what about Aunt Rum?
Oh, well, I look after her. Of course, she can live in the house with us. There's plenty of room for all of us.
Oh, I think Marcina and I would prefer a house of our own.
No, that's out of the question. I'd be the laughing stock of Cairo.
What?
No. We will find you someone more in keeping with your new station in life. A princess, perhaps.
But I don't want a princess, Father. I love Marcina.
Now, you listen to me, Haroon. I'm the one who gives the orders around here. Don't argue. Listen, forget the slave girl and prepare to marry the woman that I choose for you. Is that plain?
Yes, Father.
Social climate.
Good. And now I'm off to inspect my new house. And tomorrow night I shall throw a great party. And all the people in the city will be invited.
Bye then.
What am I going to do? How am I to tell Marcina that I'm to marry someone else? Oh, if only Father had never found that magic cave. When we were poor, at least I could dream. And now all I have to look forward to is a lifetime of memories. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
Place and out of the city gate.
You should leave him a little note saying resigned. Write it in shorthand.
Idiot, this is the 7th century. Shorthand hasn't even been invented yet.
Yes, it has. My brother's been writing in shorthand for years.
How could it?
Yeah, his fingers chopped off.
Look out, someone's coming.
Aha! You! Where's Al-Rashid? I must tell him his plan has succeeded. The tailor led me straight to the house of the man who stole the body from our cave, and I marked the door with a big cross so that we can easily find it again. I must go find him. You stay here and keep watch.
Quick, let's hop him before he comes back.
Oh, too late. Somebody else is coming.
Excuse me, you haven't seen children playing around here, have you?
Children? No, why?
One of them's drawn a huge cross on the door of that house over there, and I was wondering why.
That wasn't children, miss. That was Ahmed the Horrible. It's to show them which house the tailor led them to, you see.
The tailor? Oh no, Anna preserve us, we're all in terrible danger!
What's wrong with her?
Don't ask me, did not look worried.
Half as worried as I am. If the rest of that gang come back and find us still here, we'll never be able to escape. So come on, to the city gates.
There's no time to wait for the others. We must kill the dog that ventured into our cave and leave before it is too late. Even now the market is beginning to stir. Lead us to the door you marked.
Follow me.
Thank you, Sweet.
Here's the cross I marked.
This door here. Oh, it's over here on this door.
There's one here too!
There are crosses on every door.
Oh, God! Idiot! We've been tricked! Someone must have seen you marking the door and marked the others in the same way. Now we're going to have to pay that accursed tailor to lead us there again. And this time there will be no mistakes. Go and find him at once.
Too late. The market traders are coming.
Oh, 10,000 curses! Quickly, we must hide. You find the others and return to the cave, and I will meet you there later.
But what are you going to do?
I should disguise myself as a merchant and mingle with the crowd. Perhaps I'll find something to our advantage. Now hurry!
tailor.
No, you've got it all wrong. I finished with tailoring. As of today, I'm going to live in the lap of luxury. I'm going to eat, drink, and be merry. I can't wait to see their faces when they get a load of this lot.
We must tell father at once.
But there's nothing to worry about, Guru. The cross is on every door. Your father's perfectly safe.
Yeah, provided Tinbad doesn't lead them to him again. Just wait till I get my hands on that idiotic tailor.
Oh, you must blame Tinbad. He'd never have done it if he'd known whose body it was he was staying together. And besides, even if he did, by this time tomorrow, he'll be living in Cassian's house. All the things we find is an empty building.
Of course. But we should still tell father what you did. You saved his life again, Marcina. So I don't see how he could possibly object to our getting married now.
Rude, what your father said is right. I think he'll save though. The son of a rich merchant to marry someone like me will cause great merriment in this city. Perhaps if I were a free person.
That's it! He can give you your freedom as a reward. Oh, Marcina, I'm sure he'll do that. And then there's nothing to stop us from getting married. Quickly, let's go find him.
Once more that slave girl spoils my plans to end Lorraine's life. This I vow she has to die. She'll never be young Hallam's wife. To Al-Rashid will be revealed the dwelling place he seeks, and all within will perish as his vengeance fierce. At last he reeks!
Oh, what a wonderful evening it will be tomorrow. A fine party at my new house. And all of Cairo will be there. Well, not all. I mean, just the important people. I don't want to invite the unimportant people, do I? Yes. Suppose you don't want to come. Yes. Well, if you qualify, you're unimportant. From now on, all my friends will be rich and famous. I'll make a list out as soon as I get home. Yes. Oh, just imagine what it'll be like to wear the silks and satins of caliphs and sultans.
Yep,
And to
yeah,
eat
man.
the fine foods that they eat. Greetings.
Out of my way, son of a camel. How dare you speak to Abu Hassan, the richest of all merchants?
How can Abu Hassan be the richest of all merchants when I, Ali Baba, have more riches than I know what to do with?
Indeed. And since when have rich people walked the streets of Cairo in rags?
You may sneer, Abu Hassan, but by this time tomorrow, my name, the name of Ali Baba, will be known throughout Arabia.
And why is that, may I ask?
Well, after my brother Cassim is buried and I inherit his fortune, and add to that the reward money that I get from the Caliph for leading his soldiers to the hiding place of the 40 Thieves, I shall be the richest man.
You know their hiding place?
But of course, was it not I who heard their leader utter the magic words? And was it not I who went into the cave and recovered my poor brother's body from within it?
I ought to take my sword this very moment and slit his throat. But first, I must find out who else knows of the secret hiding place. My dear friend, let me shake you by the hand. Those 40 thieves have robbed my caravans time and time again. If what you say is true, then I owe you much. But first, tell me, who else knows of the secret hiding place?
Oh, well, my entire household. Why?
Oh, well, surely such a secret is best kept quiet. If the information fell into the wrong hands, you could be in terrible danger.
Ah, yes, but when I tell the Caliph's soldiers in the morning...
Have you not heard? The Caliph and his soldiers left for Baghdad this morning and do not return until the end of the week.
Oh, well, I can wait a few days. What does it matter if it takes a little more time?
Plenty more time for me to be robbed again. Tomorrow afternoon, my latest caravan of camels arrives in Cairo bearing huge jars of olive oil for sale in the marketplace. All day long I have searched for somewhere to hide them in case those accursed 40 thieves should hear of it and try and rob me again. But alas, my search has proved fruitless.
Abu Hassan, my new friend, we merchants, we must stick together. You can put your jars of olive oil in my stables. I will send an escort to escort your camels as they enter the city to my house.
May the Prophet bless you, Ali Baba. You'll never live to regret this.
And when your oil jars are safely stowed in my stables, why you, Abu Hassan, must join me in my household for a fabulous feast that we're having to celebrate my good fortune. And now, sir, if you will excuse me, good day.
At last our search is ended, and tomorrow night shall Ali Baba and his entire household be slain like sheep in their pens. But first, I must return to the cave and instruct my followers on what to do. Farewell, Ali Baba! The next time we meet shall be the last.
Oh, stop complaining. I've had to help too, haven't I? Anyway, what would you have done if you hadn't been helping? You know you can't go out in the streets until Al-Rashid and his gang are locked up. Anyway, it'll do you good to do some real work for a change.
And what do you mean, real work?
Well, I saw you. You were sat on that cushion doing absolutely nothing all morning.
How do you know?
Because I was stood over there watching you.
Don't forget, I was up the night before last, sewing old Cassim back together. And I couldn't get to sleep last night for just thinking about it.
Anybody home?
Oi! What are you two doing inside the house? I don't want you dirty camel drivers on my nice clean floor. Now go! Shoot! Shoot! Shoot!
No, you don't understand. We've come here to warn you.
Warn me? What about?
About the jars you were helping to unload a few minutes ago.
What about them?
Yes. What about them?
Well, they're full of very expensive oil.
The best in all Arabia.
And you've got to make sure that nobody goes near them in case they accidentally break one.
And spill the oil.
And spill the oil.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Nobody will be going near the stables tonight. They'll all be too busy enjoying themselves.
Well, we'd better be off then.
To look after the camels.
I'll speak to you two later. Greetings, madame. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Abu Hassan, supplier of the finest olive oil in the world, and your dinner guest for this evening.
Get a load of this, girls. Reminds me of my third husband. He's got so many gold teeth, he has to sleep with his head in the safe. I don't believe I've had the pleasure of seeing you around here before.
No, it's most unlikely. I come from Upper Egypt, you see.
Ah, what about?
All of them.
Whereabouts?
Oh, I see. Well, it's only a small place, but all the small rivers run into the Nile. I don't suppose you've ever heard of it.
Yes, I have. Everybody's heard of the juveniles.
Where can I find my dear friend, Ali Baba?
Oh, but I think he's upstairs trying to use new clothes on. But if you'll come with me, I'll make you a nice cup of tea while you're waiting.
I know that we owe Master, but to give her freedom is out of the question. I mean, where else would I find a slave like her? She's beautiful, witty, intelligent, she can cook, she can sew, she keeps a beautiful household. It's no wonder my brother Cassim thought so highly of her.
But you don't understand, Father. I'm in love with her.
Well, that's as may be, because as I've told you before, nothing less than a princess is good enough for my son.
Well then, if I can't marry Marcina, I don't want to marry at all.
Come, Haroon. When you see some of the beautiful ladies that come to the feast tonight, I'm sure you'll change your mind. Now, off you go and get changed. I am going to see my special guest, Abu Hassan. You know, Cascara has told me that he refuses to take salt with his meat. Now, that is very curious, and I cannot understand it.
Oh, Marcina, it's no use. He wouldn't listen to me.
I know, I couldn't help overhearing. But cheer up, even though we can't marry now, you're living here. We'll be able to see each other every day.
What's the matter?
This merchant, your father invited to dinner, Abu Hassan.
Oh, what about him?
Do you not think it's strange? He doesn't want salt with his meat. In our country, to share salt with your meat is a sign of great friendship. To refuse to share is a sign of a sworn enemy.
Oh, I don't think that's the case with Abu Hassan. He's a great merchant, and he only met my father yesterday.
All the same.
Will you be dancing for us tonight, Marcina?
No, I'll be fighting with the girls in the kitchen. But perhaps after the celebrations we can meet for a while.
I look forward to it with all my heart. Until then.
Oh, there you are, Marcina. Oh, it's absolute chaos in the kitchen. I just ruined the meal. I burnt the chops, I had to use the soup to put it out. And then I slipped on a puddle of fat and dropped the whole lot in the trifle. Be a love and pop down the shop and get me some more olive oil, will you?
Of course. But wait, there's 40 jars of olive oil out the back in the stable. I'm sure no one would mind if we borrowed a smaller amount.
What a good idea, we can pay them back later. Oh, it's chaos in there. Awful. You can't move an inch. It reminds me of the time I worked at the Langton Arms. What a posh place that was. They used to make the gravy in 50 different colours to match the customers' clothing. And they were a snooty lot. Even the bags under their eyes were made out of crocodile skin. One of them came up to me one day and said, excuse me, what have you got today? When I said, I've got stewed kidney, boiled tongue, calf's brains, pig's liver, and sheep's udder. He looked me up and down. He said, don't give me your trouble, missus. I'll have some roast beef and go and see a doctor. And then the complaint she gave. It was one woman who complained that she got some soap in her cottage pie. I said, well, never mind, it'll help wash it down. And then there's a fellow who complained about his chicken. It's only got one leg. I said, well, it must have been in the fight. He said, well, take it away and bring me back the winner. But honestly...
Pascal, we were all in terrible danger.
Why we haven't got Jim Davidson in here copying the jokes out?
No, it's even more serious than that. The jars, out there. Only 2 of them have oil in. The rest have men hidden inside them.
And in jars, there's a novelty. Shall we order a dozen between us?
You don't understand, Cascara. 40 jars, a man who refused to share salt with Ali Baba. Abu Hassan must be al-Rashid in disguise. And his men are in their jars, and they're waiting to spring out and murder the lot of us.
Are you sure?
I accidentally bumped against one of them, and a man's voice asked if it were time yet. I replied, not yet, and moved on to the next. There was a man inside that one as well. There were men inside all of them but 2.
Ooh, whatever shall we do? I'm too young to die.
I have an idea. Take the 2 jars containing the real olive oil and set them over the fire to heat. Once they're bubbling, you must pour them in the jars containing the men and boil them alive. It's the only way to save ourselves.
But what about this al-Rashid character? What are we going to do about him?
Tonight I shall dance with the thieves.
I better get Timber to help me. I'll never move all those things on my own. Timber! Timber!
I hold the cursing now. That simpering, wayfaring slave has learned the robber's secret and will send them all to oily grave. Once though she does her worst, I swear by my eternal name that Al-Rashid will beat her yet and win this little game.
Beware, dear sister Avarice, and hear this promise true. From now on, should you interfere, then I will make an end of you. Just like the mortals here on earth, your fate is in my hand. Should something evil harm that girl, I vow I'll snap this brand.
You wouldn't dare!
Just tempt me. In the twinkling of an eye, you shrink and shrivel into dust, and that same instant die!
A curse on you, Morgana! This threat is quite unfair. You leave me no alternative but to depart on desert air. Mark my words. Although I'm gone, Rashid will win the day. Against him, Messiah stands no chance. And so, my friends, good day!
We'll see the tangled threads of fate on fortune's wheel now spin. Come forth, the players of this game, and may the best one win!
Well, may the blessings of Allah fall upon this house and this company, and even you. Let the entertainments begin.
I don't understand.
This Abu Hassan was no merchant, my lord Abbey, but Ar-Rashid, leader of the 40 Thieves, here tonight to kill not only you, but everyone in your household.
If this is true, what about the others?
Oh, we needn't worry about them. We've covered them with onions and deep-fried the lot of them.
Oh, Marcina, you have saved us all again. How can I possibly reward you?
Oh, there is one way. Give her her freedom. Shall I?
Yes!
From this moment, Marcina, you are free. None whatsoever, my son Harun. And may you both be eternally happy. Will someone remove this vile carcass?
And now let happiness hold sway as we celebrate our wedding day.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual, everything is satisfactual. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day.
Our play is at an end. It's time to say goodnight.
We hope for just an hour or so we filled you with delight.
Bit of Eastern promise.
And which no sadness leaves.
Sweet dreams to each and all of you.
From happy hour and the 40 Thieves.